You announce that at least for the first year of the Series X, you're not going to have exclusive titles. Those same titles will also be a part of the Xbox One family. Now, we get a lot of feedback, and a lot of the feedback I personally got excited about. I was like, great, this is choice. This is great for the consumer. Let's see what this is going to be. But then we've got feedback where people have said, wait a minute, you're taking away my excitement for a new hardware launch, for a new console launch. And you would look at a game like Halo Infinite, which in my opinion is probably the most important game you've made in the history of Xbox. Not to mention this is the most important year in the history of Xbox. But people are saying, well, what's my incentive now to go buy a Series X? Why are you making this change to not have Halo Infinite and all the other titles that you'll have this holiday exclusive to the platform? So I know that was very long-winded, but I wanted to make sure I got it out of the way. But can you kind of explain your approach in philosophy going into this next generation of gaming?
Yeah, sure. And first, I mean, good. You accurately picked up at that showcase in 2016. I know I kind of confused some people, even some people on my own team, but I had a view. We had been working as a leadership team on where we were going to be going, and I thought it was important to stand up and at least try to give some kind of roadmap so that people, as things were coming into place, as we would announce new things, that people could kind of say, oh, okay, well, I understand how this fits in a vision that from our perspective is a vision putting the player at the center and not putting the device at the center. And today people play games on a ton of different devices. And that is something that has really led to gaming's growth. I mean, that's almost a cliche now. I say it so often. There are over 2 billion people who play video games. That number is expected to grow to 4 billion in the next decade. It's growth for our industry, which leads to some of the best creations that we've ever seen because creators are finding new customers, new gamers are coming in all the time. And I think our job as a platform is to create the broadest platform for gamers so they can find the broadest set of games that they could go play, so they can find great games that they want to go play by themselves or go play great games with their friends. That was my long-winded side. But so what we're trying to do is put the player at the center and say, if you're a gamer and you want to go play the highest fidelity experiences on your television or on your PC, we want to give you the ability to do that. If you're somebody who is playing games and you're never going to own a console, you're never going to own a gaming PC, we're obviously investing in xCloud and things to make that possible so that you can play games on those devices. Even business models, because not everybody can afford to go out and spend $60 on a new game. People want to play more games. So you look at something like Game Pass is really an evolution of the business model of games so that it gives people another option to build a library of games that they can go play. Now, specifically on exclusives or non-exclusives, I mean, one of the benefits that we have just sitting inside of Microsoft is we've obviously been close to the development of what's been going on PC for years.
Right.
And I think today, if we look at the PC ecosystem, we'd see some of the best, most highest fidelity games anywhere sitting on high-end gaming PCs. And some of those same games are actually able to run on PCs that are a few years old that have much less capability. And the state of engines and capability today means that developers have the capability to take full use of the gaming hardware that's in front of them. Obviously, when we built our strategy with Series X, we started with that in mind. If we wanted to go build a gaming console that was going to be the absolute best that we could deliver on a television and deliver unique capability to creators that they could use to go create the best games. But you don't want to do that to the exclusion of everybody else. And you also want to do that hand in hand with developers because developers want to find the widest audience possible at the same time. And yes, there are always trade-offs in what you're going to do from developing each individual game. And I'm not going to go dictate to every studio, every third-party studio, kind of what they have to go support. But what we see in today's world is gamers want to play games with their friends, regardless of what device those friends are on. People want to have the largest selection of games open to them, and developers want to be able to make use of absolutely the best in the technology that's available And we built this plan with all of three of those as inputs, and we feel really good about where we are.